YouTube, Running Baldman here. Just want to take a minute to thank you for checking out my video. Make sure you comment, like, subscribe, share, dislike. Um, Tell me what song you want me to react to next. Um, Tell me you think I'm stupid or whatever. My head's too shiny, something like that. Um, but yeah, thanks a lot. All right, we'll get to that video here shortly. YouTube, Running Baldman here for another review video. I am going to be going over Cobra Kai season 4, episodes 1 through 5. So I'm halfway through the show through the season. Apparently, I've forgotten how to talk. Um, Season 4 dropped New Year's Eve on Netflix. The whole season. So Netflix has it right. They are not like Disney and don't release one episode every week. They just drop the whole season. So thank you Netflix for that. um, First episode starts off just kind of a little quick rundown review recap of everything that's happened up to this point. Um, we know that Terry Silver is making an appearance in this season, so it kind of picks up where the last season left off, where John Kreese is picking up the phone and calling somebody. We're led to believe led to assume that it's Terry Silver, and we find out that it is. All he does is say, "It's me," and then credits roll. So it picks up where that is. We see what happens after he says, "It's me," and where Terry Silver is. If anybody is not familiar with who Terry Silver is, he was I guess the big bad of Karate Kid 3 from 80 something. I'm not really a huge Karate Kid fan growing up, but I do enjoy it. I really like what they've done with this series, starting with YouTube and now on Netflix. They've done it really good. It's just a nostalgia thing. Um, but yeah, so you get caught up on all that, um, and then LaRusso and Johnny Lawrence team up. We know they're teaming up, and we see how that works or doesn't work out. Um, the issues that they have fighting back and forth amongst each other, who's going to take point and teach them which style of karate, or however it is that's pronounced, they're going to teach. Eventually, they break them up. So Lawrence is, what is it, Eagle Fang karate, and LaRusso's Miyagi-Do. They actually split up. They swap students, so Lawrence now has the Miyagi-Do students, and LaRusso has the Eagle Fang. So they learn each other's styles. Some of the students take to the other styles or the opposite styles. Trauma drama ensues. Silver in Karate Kid 3 got Daniel LaRusso to join Cobra Kai for a brief moment. Who was it? It's been forever since I've seen that movie. The whole, if he can't breathe, he can't fight. If he can't walk, he can't fight. If he can't see, he can't fight. So he ingrains that into Daniel, and he gets him to be a part of Cobra Kai and learn that. I know the big scene from that is Daniel hitting a dummy or a wood dummy and getting his knuckles bleed. So payback from Mr. Miyagi in Karate Kid 1, making John Kreese's knuckles bleed from him punching a car window, both fists. So that was a little bit of payback from that. In this season, Silver is a little pacified. Um, it's kind of like him and Kreese have become a yin yang type thing. Kreese is all aggression, all the Cobra Kai that we've come to know, whereas Silver has that aggression, but it's more, I don't know, more of like a Star Wars type thing with the dark side and the Sith. Take your fear, anger, and whatever, and let it build within you, and then when the time's right, strike. Um, so it'll be interesting to see how the rest of that plays out through the final 5 episodes of this season. Um, and then the whole season up to this point, it feels very, I don't know, it's good. Um, it it's like the writers are trying to talk to the audience or trying to talk to a younger crowd and parent them. You know, you should do this, you shouldn't do that, or learn to listen, or ask for help, because you never know who might step up and give you help. Uh, and then it's like Tori and Sam Daniels' daughter. Um, they're not really as good and bad as what they originally came across as. Um, you learn a little bit more about Tori and some of the things that she has to do to make ends meet and get by. I believe in the season 3, 2 or 3, we learned that her mother really isn't reliable, and Tori's basically fending for herself. Um, so Daniel's wife, I can't remember her name, the brunette lady, um, she tries to reach out to Tori, while still sticking up for Sam, since that is her daughter, and Tori had a spiked bracelet or whatever wrapped around her hand and was trying to punch her with it. So understandably, she's a little PO'd about that. And so there's a dynamic between the two of them where Mrs. LaRusso is trying to reach out and trying to help her, trying to be a good person. She sees somebody who is in trouble, somebody who is redeemable. But Tori's not quite ready to accept that redemption arc or the help from somebody who's a parent of her enemy. You know, the whole Miguel and Robbie issues that they both have. It's a love triangle or square, I guess, since there's 4 of them. But Tori, wow. I really like that actress. I mean, I think she's good. I mean, really, she's very, very, very beautiful young lady. Uh, none of those kids are high school age, really. They're in their 20s or early 20s, late 20s. I don't know how old they really are. I'm never going to meet any of them, so it doesn't matter. But yeah, Tori, the actress that plays Tori, she's probably, aside from Johnny Lawrence, William Zabka. Aside from him, she is probably my favorite actress character within this series. Dan LaRusso, he's always the big good guy, and the good guys always win. But I'm not always for the good guy. I kind of like the bad guy sometimes. But Tori and Billy Zabka, Johnny Lawrence, are probably my favorite characters in that show. And then the actress that plays Tori, like I said, she's gorgeous. I forgot how attractive she was. Um, definitely going to go places whenever this series is over. As long as she doesn't get typecast, I can see her having a really good film career or a TV show career on network TV or another Netflix series or Hulu, Amazon. What since everybody's having their own streaming service and doing their own thing. Um, and then in the fifth episode, we see the Johnny Daniel thing come to a head. Uh, they're fighting again. They're replaying uh, Karate Kid, the first Karate Kid movie, where they spar, fight, tournament style scoring, um, and there can only be one. Like the Highlander, they reference that. There can only be one. I believe some of the kids were talking about Silver because he's got the gray hair and he does kind of have a Highlander-ish look to him. Even back in the day, in the what third Karate Kid, he did kind of have with that ponytail. That's what does it. He has that little Highlander vibe. Um, but I am looking forward to seeing how the rest of this season is going to go. If you haven't checked it out, check it out now. Go to a friend's house who has Netflix. If you don't have Netflix, Netflix and chill with some girl you're talking to or boy you're talking to, whatever. But definitely, it's worth paying attention to and checking out. Really good story, at least from my perspective. A middle-aged bald guy who's reminiscing of younger days. But yeah, I'm really liking this season. It definitely has a different feel. It's like the writers went away from or deviated a little bit from the karate and the Daniel and Johnny aspect of it and are getting more into the children and Kreese and Silver aspect of it. I think there's going to be a little bit of issue between Kreese and Silver. And Sam, I mean, that actress is good too, but I don't like that character. She seems like some snooty little rich bitch. The kind you want to see some other girl smack the crap out of her. But yeah, like I want her to lose just because of her attitude. She does have a little bit of a redeeming quality in her interactions with Johnny, but for the most part, I want her to lose. She doesn't deserve Miguel or Robbie or whoever. Maybe Hawk. She can pair off with Hawk and they can do their thing. And Miguel, he just recovered from having his back broke or whatever, and is walking again. But he's definitely gotten a little older, looking a little older. So he's not looking like that high school kid anymore. He's put on some muscle or some bulk. He's not fat by any stretch. Upper body, he's put on some bulk though. He seems to have filled out a little bit more. And then LaRusso's boy, his son, seems to have played a predominant role in this season, at least the first half of it, or as more of an antagonist character. There's a new kid in junior high that seems to be replaying Karate Kid 1 with, not season 1, but the first movie, with him and LaRusso's son, the new kid playing the Daniel type character, and LaRusso's son playing the Johnny Lawrence type character. So it'll be interesting to see how that goes. Um, the new kid goes to Cobra Kai actually, uh, and joins up with them. When and Robbie seems to have kind of gravitated toward him, become kind of like a mentor type character for him. So I think Robbie will eventually either be, well, he will be redeemed, I think. Maybe not in this season, but season 5, he'll be redeemed. I think him and Johnny will patch things up. Robbie, I could kind of see him becoming a sensei of a dojo, forming his own new dojo, because he's got that Miyagi-Do and Cobra Kai um, teachings, and he does seem to be more of that balance between the two, to where he's able to marry the two styles together, uh, and teach that way, teach that new style of karate in that new dojo, new possible dojo. Um, but that's going to do it for today. Check out Cobra Kai season 4 if you haven't already, or if you haven't seen any of them. Start season 1. It's definitely worth it, I think. Good storyline, good arc, good characters, good writing. They are true to the movies. I think I remember seeing something from the writers or creators of this series that they were fans of Karate Kid growing up. So they are going to do it justice. They have done it justice. You do see a little bit more of fleshing out of Daniel and Johnny and questioning who really is the villain. But yeah, so that is Cobra Kai season 4, episodes 1 through 5. I'll come back and do another video for the final 5 once I watch them sometime this weekend, probably. All right, YouTube. Have a good one.